I'm Jody. I live in the United States in Virginia outside of Washington, D.C. And I am a healer, a light body activator, and a channel. And so I do healing energy sessions and work. And it took me a little while to recognize that that was part of my connector, that I'm connecting people through my channeling. That took me a while to actually see that. And I am a connector. I am also a romantic, and alchemist are my three top, but connector is always the one that comes up first, and the one that I most often honestly did not acknowledge or see within myself. So that's a quick intro about me.
So where we're going to start is sometimes when people do the quiz, their results are a bit of a surprise. You know, so many of the celebrities, for example, were like, no, that's not me. I'm a celebrity. So I want to hear, and this time we're going to start with Jody and go around again. Was it a surprise, or have you always known that you're a connector? Or is there part of you that was like, don't put me in a box, Denise? I want to hear your reaction finding out that you're a connector.
It was definitely a surprise to also even a space of denial that I just didn't see it. It was kind of like I couldn't see the forest from the trees. I felt honestly as I dug deeper and learned more about it, but it was a surprise. I wanted to be a ruler, or I wanted to be the other archetypes that I felt seemed to be more money savvy or could call in and bring in money in the ways that I don't typically. And so it definitely was a surprise and a little bit of I don't really know if I want that one to be mine. And so I really do like my romantic. That's my second one. So I kind of like to play into that more because it felt fun and light and airy. And I, for a while, was just really wanting to learn more about that. And it wasn't until I acknowledged more of my connectedness and connector ability, though, that things actually did start to flow through in that way also. So it was definitely a surprise.
And so what I want to do is go back in time. Okay. I want you to think of the baby connector you, because every archetype often has to unlearn things, or they were told they were wrong at a young age, and that those things aren't necessarily valuable. You know, those things that just came naturally to you as a kid is often a clue, right? And so you know, the accumulators were saving money at a young age. The celebrities were putting on shows at a young age. What were you guys doing at a young age? And we're going to start with Carrie in a second, and then go around Monica, Deirdre, Orit, and then Jody. And then it's what made you think that some of that internal who you are wasn't right or wasn't appreciated? So if anything comes to mind around that, let me know. And if not, you can always skip it. It's totally fine.
For me, what immediately came up was similar. It was the idea of I was friends with so many different groups, and it did not matter what that individual or group was. I was just able to easily be in that space with them and connect with them, whether, you know, any of the types, all through school, middle school, high school. And as much as I was able to be a part of any of those groups, I also had very little interest in keeping up with them. You know, like I wasn't ever like, oh, well, since they're all going to be cheerleaders, I need to be a cheerleader too. That did not interest me at all. And I could still connect with them in a way that wasn't necessarily about what they were always connecting with, or, you know, the person who, whatever, got a brand new car, different things. It just was interesting that I could be in relationship with all of these different groups and yet have very little interest. I don't know if interest is the right word, but I was kind of like, let them do it was totally like whatever they do is fine with me. And yet we're still connecting and we're still friends. And it doesn't matter to me like how they moved through and did their own life and their own friendships. We would always still meet in some other place of just friendship or connection that was kind of its own space rather than what they typically connected with. I don't know if that makes sense.
So I want to just shift a little, because something that you guys were saying, you know, about finding the wallflowers, befriending the lonely people. A few of you guys have said that. So I want to hear, how is this showing up in a negative, unhelpful way in your business or in your career at the moment? Because are you collecting strays? Literally clients or people. Okay, or it just fell off a chair. She just fell off a chair. So you're going to go first. How is this showing up around your pricing, the clients that you serve, the people, the problems that you're trying to solve? How is that? Tell me all the things.
I was gonna say, for me, it shows up that I hear often people say, you give away so much free content. Like, I'm constantly just putting out great, amazing content, and I will have accumulated friends or other people saying, what are you doing here? What? And I'm like, oh, I'm just sharing, I'm just talking, I'm just posting, I'm just doing what feels comfortable and what feels natural and what feels good, and I'm connecting, right? I'm connecting information, ideas, people, concepts. I'm doing all of that. And there are times, though, that I'm becoming much more aware of it, and I'm choosing to say, okay, I that is my gift, and I am here to receive, more value, more income from this. And so that's part of been what my growth and shift has been, of allowing myself to learn when I can share content without just overloading the content, and actually they're creating a masterclass out of it and charging people to come in and do that. And that has been like this aha that I've been stepping into more and more, and just yeah, because otherwise I'm like, well, sure, everybody, you want to hear it? I'm here to give you, sure. and then later I'm like, but I really would like some actual income from this too. So that's been part of my process.
Just to finish up, and again, I just want to say how much I've loved this conversation so much. It has been just so magical and beautiful. And I just want you to reflect on one thing before we finish up too, is, really embracing technology, embracing automation, embracing the business tools that people like me can help you with, and accumulators can help you with, your accumulator friend can help you with. And because that's the way we think, but it means that you can help and connect with so many people on their terms. And someone even on the call yesterday, they said, Denise, you don't even know it, but you're like my best friend. And when you guys know how low of a connector I am, and how much I try and put that into my business, because I do care about people. I just don't have the capacity to do it like you guys do. But I want you to trust that your caring heart and your knowledge can be amplified on your terms, absolutely on your terms. So let other archetypes help you with that. It's like having a magical tool to amplify it. It's a homeopathic effect. And it will be so potent for you guys when you really, really get that. And I'll laugh too, because one person on the celebrity call, she said, thanks so much for sending me cookies when I achieved my goal. And I said, Mara is our connector. She's the one who does that. I get the recognition for it, but I never have, she's the one looking for who's doing the things and remembering all that stuff that comes so easily to you guys. Remembering people's names and birthdays and remembering the things, it does not come easily to everyone else. So sometimes, even if you just sit and think about, how can I break that down? How can I teach that to other people, or to be, to have more connector, or just how can I amplify my voice? So just to finish up, I would love to just hear, a final thought from each of you about how Money Archetypes has helped you, how it's made some shifts for you, or anything like that.
For me, it really started first even within my household, and learning my archetype, and then learning my husband's, who's an accumulator first and foremost, and me and my romantic and connector self. It was so enlightening in our relationship, and it explained so much, and it assisted with so much for both of us to understand this and see where we were coming from after it's been now 30 years of marriage, and we did this a few years ago. So it was really helpful. That, I think, was the very first step. And then now being able to see it in my business, like I said, when I made the awareness that as a channel and as a guide, I am really leaning into my connector abilities. And it always felt so easy and almost too easy, similar to what Monica had said, that I thought it was almost too easy for this to be the thing that I could actually now create a business around. So having that awareness was also really enlightening, and leaning into that and allowing the ease of my connector abilities to actually lead the way for income and money, and allowing more and more to come in, for sure.
Wow. Thank you so much for your generosity, everybody, and your connection and the ideas and all of the things. I just appreciate you so much. So, are you a ruler, a connector, or a maverick? Hang on, maybe you're more of a romantic or a celebrity. Take the money personality quiz right now and find out which of the 8 money archetypes you are. And then I'm going to teach you how to profit from your strengths and make money in your business based on your natural personality. Click below and find out more.